Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast, episode 148. We're doing another one this week to catch up for the time that we didn't do it, and also so we can go in between our friend Race's podcast so we don't have them on the same week.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the main reason.
exactly.
So Sarah's not here because he's getting some stuff ready before we have a big weekend thing that we're doing. That should be fun. I'm excited for it.
Right. That is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be super fun. We're gonna have a good time and feast and all that jazz.
And not watch Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, no, honestly, I was just waiting for y'all to go, like, you're not gonna watch that shit. Like, I honestly realized.
I asked. Because like when it started, because it started with us, like us 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And then like it just kept getting more and more people. And I legitimately asked when it was like 13 people. I was like, I'll still wanna watch Lord of the Rings. And everyone's like, yeah. I was like, all right, y'all.
I was waiting for it to like break because I was just like, I can't imagine, like, we're there for like 4 to 5 days, for like 3 days or some shit like that. And, like 3 of those days just watching 4 hours of Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. Fucking iconic. But yeah, like out of those days, it's like I feel like there's other stuff to do.
Yeah, and the surprising thing is that Saber was the one to say like, yeah, let's not do it.
I mean, yeah, he asked me in a PM first. He's like, so hero. And I was like, here it comes. I know exactly what you're about to say.
So here, no, he has that way of like when he has like some news that's like not ideal, and he's just like, so I just want to put this by you.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we know.
It's okay, bro. I appreciate you doing this, but I completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like
yeah. It's so we're all getting together, like our friends and us. We're Saber like rented a house and we're staying there for the weekend. Because we haven't seen each other in like 2 years. So yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Since there hasn't been any conventions. I've seen Saber for like dog sitting and stuff, but like I haven't really seen anybody else. But yeah. Other than that, how have you guys been the past week? So I mean, it's only been a week.
Fine.
I'm doing all right. Final Fantasy 14 has been getting a lot of people streaming it lately.
Yeah, it's because of that one guy, right?
Because of Asmongold, yeah.
Yeah, who was like a Warcraft streamer or whatever.
Yeah, he is incredibly popular. So it's been cool watching people play through 14 and just like kind of reliving it through them. I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's fun. I'm having a good time there. It's so funny because like World of Warcraft fights, they're different. They both have their charm and don't like Final Fantasy and 14 and Warcraft. But Warcraft is definitely much more of an old man game at this point. So like boss fights aren't really that much of like a spectacle. It's just kind of like, here's the boss, do damage, beat him up. Whereas Final Fantasy, like once you get the boss to like a certain percent and it does like a phase transition where it like there's a humongous spectacle or whatever, and it's so cute watching WoW players just be like, "Oh my god, this is sick!" I'm like, "Heh." It's cute,
right?
What about you, Jax?
Nothing. Just working on stuff, video stuff. Again, prepping for the thing, just. That's it. Just been prepping for this and having fun. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
There's legit like way more prep for this than I thought there was gonna be. I'm like 3 days in advance. I'm like, damn, I gotta start prepping. Gotta get this particular work done. Gotta get this done for my nephew. I was like, damn, like going on vacation's hard now. Like, got so much shit to get done.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's like just so much stuff to get done.
Being an adult.
Yeah. I still got some stuff I need to do. Before I need to wash some clothes. before
I sure need to do that too. I'm not there yet.
But there aren't going to be too many topics tonight. Because again, it's only been a week. But they're pretty interesting ones. Some of them we probably won't talk much about because Saber's not here to talk about them. But first, I guess we'll before we get into topics, you can ask us questions for the second half of the show, either by super chat or ask us on Twitter. We already have some super chats, and I already saw some Twitter questions. So our Twitter handle's right there. You can follow us and everything. All right. First topic, I think some that like I'll talk to Jax about, and that is Loki, which finished.
Loki, Loki. It'd be fun.
Loki finished its first season, and
first season. Emphasis on
first season. So this was actually revealed before the episode came out that it's going to have a season 2. So
Yes, I thought it was fun. Probably I'd say
non-spoiler thoughts first, and then we'll go into spoilers.
Yeah, don't worry. I'd say it's like the MCU show that I probably had the most fun with.
Yeah.
Where like it definitely like I can just go, oh, okay, I probably could rewatch it and be like, oh, did I miss that or something like that? And then just like the chemistry and watching back and forth, I had a lot of fun and enjoyment with it. And I liked how they did Loki, how he became more of an anti-hero and did that like how they do in the comics. But yeah, I think it was a fun show. I was excited for season 2.
Yeah, I think it's like one of like this WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. This one definitely felt the most unique. I mean, WandaVision was very unique when it started, but this one feels like, oh yeah, they're dealing with like a lot of weird like time things and like variants and everything. And very like just weird scenarios. So I do enjoy that. It's definitely, I think I said it before, is like the most comic book like show they've done with like how weird it gets. But yeah. But we're gonna go into spoilers, so I'm gonna put on a spoiler tag here. So you can mute the stream while the spoiler tag is up. And then you can unmute it when it's when I put it down. So this last episode introduces a character who isn't named in the show, but people are like, oh, that's who it is. Because once he starts naming off the things that he's been called, it's like, oh, that's who it is.
Yeah. Also the actor too. Yeah. It was like, yeah, the actor's right there. So yeah.
Yeah, so I want to see what you think, Jax, because I don't know much about the comics or the or this particular villain.
Right. Well, he was in EMH, remember that?
It's been a while since I've seen Earth's Mightiest Hero. Like, I watched that back in 2015, so it's been a while.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah. So he was
it's Kang the Conqueror, by the way.
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror. Yes, because like he's just a whole guy where he's had various interpretations and stuff like that. And I don't think he's a Thanos level threat where it's like, oh god, it's going to be Kang the Conqueror or something like that. He is a pretty like big guy, but I don't think he's going to be like, you know, the new baddie or something like that if they decide to do it, because you know Marvel was saying like, well, we're not going to have one of those connecting 10-year storylines if they don't do it, because like the next one they could do would either be Doctor Doom or a Galactus. Like those are the two other ones that they've been working towards. But Kang the Conqueror, like, you know, he's just a guy going through time. A lot of people were surprised, like, why isn't he blue? And the reason he's blue in the comics and all that stuff is because he wears a helmet. He wears a helmet that covers his face. So like that's why he does that stuff. But yeah, I like that whole thing where he's talking about his variant and he's like, look, I'm the good one. And I forget the name because the one we saw wasn't Kang the Conqueror. It was I forget his name.
Oh yeah, I saw people talking about like that he's like a certain version of Kang where he's called like a Mortis or something.
Right. Yeah. Mortis. That's it. Thank you. Yeah. So that's gonna be very fascinating to see later on. Like that's gonna be like one of those how they bring in Kang and how he like starts doing all the stuff and doing that. Like that's gonna be super cool. So I wonder what they're gonna do with that. I'm wondering how they're gonna go about that in the future. I like really am curious about like I was happy they brought him in. I was happy they like did it. But this goes into that thing we were talking about before where it's like, oh, you really have to watch the shows now to get the movies and stuff like that, which is I can see it being like a double-edged sword in a sense of just like, oh, I saw this, so beneficial. But I hope they do a thing like they do in the comics where it's like, oh yeah, this guy appeared in chapter blah blah blah, and so that makes me wonder if they're gonna have them come back, like they'll have like little segments or something like that where it says like, oh, this happened here for people who don't know or people who want to see it or something like that, like in the comic books. But yeah, it's very interesting, very very interesting.
Yeah. So I'm just very interested to see what happens in the next couple movies, like after, because Shang-Chi is probably not going to be involved that much, but with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange after that, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be weird if fucking again, like I really hope like we have a No Way Home trailer soon and they like confirm like Toby and them and like that in there, because like again, like the thing Marvel has done, which is like it's they haven't said that Toby or Andrew are going to be in it, and then Andrew of course said like, oh yeah, I'm not in it, but then they've had actors say that before just because it like is a spoiler or stuff like that. But again, it'd be like a pretty, I feel like that would be like them shooting themselves in the foot if they didn't have those ones in after all this stuff, or like even just make a statement or something like that. But because like again, it's all of us hyping it up. We don't know yet, but yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna move the spoiler tags. But yeah, Loki, I'm very interested to see where season 2 goes, and the next Marvel show is gonna be What If, which we talked about last time. Which that one's not going to be really connected to anything. It's just like, you know.
I heard it was going to be connected to some stuff. Yeah, I heard that after the ending of Loki, that this What If show is going to be connected.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, because of the like variants. I guess.
Yeah. So, that's going to be annoying. That's going to start getting annoying after a while. Like, you have to watch this and this, and I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake, I just want
to see the episode with Howard the Duck in it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next thing. I guess the. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah. Have you watched Beastars season 2? Because I haven't.
Yes, I watched the entire.
Okay, you two have. Okay, because I know Saber watched it too. What did you guys think? Because I haven't watched it yet.
I watched the entire season with Katie on Saturday, so it was funny. Like we just watched it on Netflix.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay, well, give me like just general thoughts then. Compared to the first season.
Well, compared to the first season, it has its own unique spin. Because like the first season was like, you know, Legoshi's being a himbo, stuff like that. Like, cause me, like I remember I read this a while ago, but like rewatching it again was just like, oh, I like the voice actors, I like how they're doing it. But I'm more curious to hear what Hero has to say, because like he's just watching the anime, so I just wanted to know what he
thinks. Without spoiling season 2, that's like hard. Let's just say I liked it. I liked season 2 a lot, quite a bit more than season 1. There was some stupid stuff in there, but it's sort of like if there's stupid stuff and most of it's good, do you say you liked it or do you say you disliked it? Right? That's the hard thing. There was stupid stuff, but like the not stupid stuff, I liked way better than season 1. I gotta be honest. Yeah, without spoiling that's like everything I could possibly say would be a spoiler, I think. But my general thoughts are I liked it more than season 1 when it wasn't being stupid. Let's go with that. Which it was definitely stupid at some points.
Was the thing stupid? Oh, I think I know what you think is stupid. Because are you talking about like the final stuff? I'm without spoiling.
It's so hard to not say final.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah. No, because like
okay,
that was dumb.
I'll look for it when I watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's just like
that part is, I think, like excellent, honestly.
Yeah, that was
Especially what they did with one character. It seemed like not everyone was jiving with what they did with one character, but I thought it was excellent, honestly. I was like, the believability is totally there. I love it. So
right.
All right. Let's see. This next thing, I'll go over briefly because like Saber's not here to talk about it. But the Netflix Johnny Test, I haven't watched any of it yet. I don't know if I will. I did see this clip floating around though on Twitter of like this woman who like took away the whip cracks from Johnny Test like with a ray gun or something.
Oh wait, what? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw that clip like going around on Twitter. But yeah, Saber's not here to talk about it, so I just wanted to mention that. But last review thing before we go and get into topics is Space Jam. Which me and Jax have
guess I'll take my headphones out.
We'll watch it when we're doing.
Yeah,
the
we'll
thing
watch it at the thing when we got our jerseys and stuff like that.
Yeah. Katie's not getting there until midnight of the first day
on Thursday. Yeah, I think so.
That sucks. We're gonna watch Looney Tunes down.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So Space Jam: A New Legacy. 25 years after the first one.
That was a fun movie. Movie. Stupid, but fun.
Yeah, stupid, but fun.
Yeah, very stupid, but I had fun watching it. It's like it was just I went into it with like low expectations, and then I was just like, I'm pleasantly surprised by this. Like it's just like there were scenes that like made me laugh. There were scenes, and one scene in particular made me super laugh, and then there was like various moments where I was just like, I think I like certain aspects better, but then like there are certain aspects from Space Jam 1 because like what I did was after I watched this one, I came home and then watched Space Jam 1, and I was just like, okay, I can see aspects of like, okay, I really love this movie for nostalgia. It's still not a good movie in the great sense, but it's like fun for nostalgia. And then like I like characters, but there's certain things where I was just like, oh, I really like how they implemented, they really zoomed up the Toon Force and how OP it is in this film. Like I really like that a lot. Like that was fun to watch. And the whole thing with like how the Goon Squad was. Though like one thing I was curious was like, why the fucking like Monstars voting against like the Toon Squad? Like you're friends. It's like you're friends, right? Why are you rooting against them? That's stupid. That's so silly. Like, but
there are a couple of things where like Bugs was like kind of like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge with the audience. I'm like, that's a bit much.
Right.
Like it was like, oh, this has happened before. Well, yeah, we know. Like
right. Exactly. It's like we heard this happen before, or like that whole scene where they're getting Lola, and it's like, oh, been there, done that, and it's just like, oh, come on, Lola, we need your help. And like, and then I would say like to mention Lola because that's my thing. Lola, for the most part, I liked her in the movie. Again, I really wish it was Kat Salzy voicing her, but Zendaya did fine. Like for the most part, I just kind of was like, okay, yeah, it's just
I didn't really recognize her as Zendaya. I was like, oh, that's just another Lola voice or whatever.
Yeah, it's just another Lola voice. So it's just like easiest shot in the game, stuff like that. I had fun with it. The premise, I guess I could get more invested in where it was like, okay, there's a whole, I like that there was this whole dimension, this whole cybernetic world of Looney Tunes stuff and Warner Brothers, and that's how they got him, instead of just like, oh, I'm just going to go into the ground and magically get sucked down. Like, I thought that was like weird in the first one. Yeah, so like, yeah, that's odd. That's a bit odd. But besides that, I had fun with it.
Yeah. I might put a spoiler tag just for like some of the jokes and stuff that we want to mention.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put a spoiler tag for some of the jokes and like references and stuff.
Okay.
So for those of you who haven't seen it yet, so here's the spoiler tag.
Right. That might.
So
yeah.
I know the one joke that like it was the Michael B. Jordan joke, right?
That shit broke me. Yeah, that shit broke me. That was so good. That was so good. Like I was just like, oh my god. It's like that's Michael B. Jordan, not Michael A. Jordan. Shit like that. That was fucking great. That was a good one. That was like really. That just I was laughing so fucking hard during that scene. It was I love it. I love it.
I actually saw this clip before I watched the movie. What was the clip with Rick and Morty?
Oh, I didn't see that till I was in the theater, so I was surprised. That shocked me like that.
Yeah, and then then I saw some videos online. It was like, why Rick and Morty feel different in Space Jam? It was like they were in there for 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. They were literally in there for 3 seconds to do a joke with Taz, and it's just like, yeah, I can't believe that you guys would do this. He's like, I've seen things I can't unsee, and again, it's funny when you realize like, oh, they put Rick and Morty in there, and then they cut out Pepe Le Pew and shit like that when it's just like, oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, it was funny. It was tons of funny stuff. I liked how when all the stuff in the background was going down, it wasn't like they tried to zone in on it. It was just more like, hey, we own this. It's just like, yeah, so it's just like you're at Six Flags and everyone's just jumping around in costume. So like, yeah, it was funny. Like that was funny.
You know, one thing I did appreciate is that when they went to the DC world, it was the DC animated universe world.
Yeah, yeah, that was perfect. That was so perfect. And then they were like, oh, there's Batgirl and Superman and all this. I loved it. That whole scene was hilarious. Oh god.
Yeah, like I love that they did that. I'm trying to think of some other like swirlery jokes.
That whole thing with what was it? What the fuck? Like how a Bugs Bunny said, "Oh, I can't die. I'm a tune." And then like at the end, like they tried to make you feel all dramatic and shit like that. And he's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about that."
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like,
the whole thing with Bugs Bunny dying is like,
yeah. I'm a tune. I
yeah,
can't die.
Yeah, when that happened, I was like, I mean, he's gonna live. Like,
yeah, I was just like, come on, wake up. It's you know this is how this goes.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it for spoilers or whatever. So
right.
Yeah, I did appreciate a lot of the animation stuff. Though one thing I do want to point out, which this has been a thing for the past couple of days, is there are some artists that have been left uncredited on the movie.
Oh yeah,
Dave Alvarez, he was a character designer on the movie, and he wasn't in the credits.
oh damn.
So yeah, there's a whole issue going on with that in this movie.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So hopefully that can get resolved. Like maybe they can like edit the credits to put him in or something.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I hope they do that. Like, because that's wrong.
Yeah. All right. Tech Hero. We're done with that now.
Hero.
All right, next thing, the trailer for Turning Red, the next Pixar movie.
Oh, the Steven Universe CGI movie?
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta turn someone into an animal. Can't have a movie without someone turning into something.
Yep. Steven Universe and his fucking giant panda looking ass. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like I watched the trailer and maybe it'll make more sense in context, but like I just thought it was weird how like Snoopy and in that girl's life the mother was. I was like, is that realistic like at all? Or is that just hammed up?
Was she Snoopy because she turns into a monster?
Yeah, I mean she's supposed to be like East Asian, and like East Asian families are like, yeah.
Potentially have a different dynamic, yeah. But I mean, it looks nice. I still think the fur in Zootopia legitimately looks better. I was like, it's a little muddier. I don't know. It looks good.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more stylized. I wouldn't say like exactly like Luca, but it's definitely different compared to other Pixar movies. The one thing I didn't really like too much though is the way their lips look on the characters. I mean, I'll get used to them.
Yeah, it didn't bother me immediately. Stop. But yeah, I knew what you meant. Like I saw that comment of yours before I watched the trailer. I was like, oh yeah, that was a little weird, definitely. But yeah, is she angry or is she anxious or is it a mixture of both? I couldn't quite
It's
mix it up.
the description is like whenever she gets excited, her body gets excited about something.
Excited.
Yeah.
Excited.
So it's like
That's a good way of saying both.
Yeah.
So it's like the Hulk then. It's Hulk rules.
I was wondering if we were just gonna continue down the Red Panda's anger road.
What if the Hulk?
Because like at the end of the trailer, she's calm and she's like yes, and then she turns back into a panda. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a Hulk movie then. Holy fuck! It is a Hulk movie because that's what happens in the comics too. Because he gets excited and then that's why he can't have sex.
Asian Hulk, but in Toronto.
Yep, Asian Hulk. That's what this is.
How do people know it's in Toronto, by the way? I just heard by word of mouth.
I think it's the in the description.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, look, I mean, I'm gonna watch it. It's Pixar. Like, when am I not gonna watch it? I watched Cars 2. You think I'm not gonna watch this? Like,
yeah, you're obligated. You have a legal obligation now.
I still haven't seen Luca though. I have to.
Oh, you haven't seen Luca?
If you say let's watch it at the
no, we ain't watching none of that.
No more movies.
No, we are watching stuff that we can turn our minds off to and just be like, oh yeah, that's on, and then there you go.
I mean, I'm gonna be watching movies anyway because watch a movie every day. So
yeah, he's gonna go away like 2 hours every day and just be in his room.
Where'd Paleo go? He's
watching a movie
with his friends, so then he can watch a movie. See, that's why you should have not watched Space Jam, so that you could count Space Jam as the movie when we're watching it.
Yeah. You should wait. Do short films count? Can you watch short films?
No, I don't count short films. Only full length.
Oh, dude.
Speaking of short films, I'm sorry, just like a 2-second tangent. I like doing things with my college friends, and we play quizzes and do all kind of whatnot. But like lately, been like running out of content to do a little bit. I don't know why I did that. Like anyway,
do a little bit. Yeah.
But lately we've been watching animated shorts because I found out there are like a trillion of those.
Yeah, there a lot.
So many. And we've been watching them, and they are all sad. All of them. It is like just something that's necessary. It's like, oh, we're an animated short. We'll be sad. That's it. Why are they all sad?
Yeah. Anyway,
because life is sad. Yeah.
Next thing. So this was very interesting. Nickelodeon announced, or I guess with the developer, I forgot what the name of the developer is, but Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, which is a Smash Brothers-like game, with Nickelodeon characters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
And it seems like they're choosing pretty unique characters, like not just the well-known ones. You see like Patrick and SpongeBob in there, but you also have characters like Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy and Nigel Thornberry.
And Oblina?
Yeah, Oblina from All Real Monsters. Yeah.
I saw that and I was like,
there.
I saw that and I was like, okay, so I know for damn sure y'all ain't made anything since like the 90s. Like, that's how it felt.
They did have a couple of the Loud kids. They have Lincoln Loud and Lucy.
Yeah, because that's the cartoon they have.
Why? I Jax, you might agree with me with this. Is like, why the hell do they have the 80s Turtles?
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like, why not the 2012
Well, yeah, why don't they have the
Turtles?
2012 and Rise Turtles?
Yeah, like literally, that's your main demographic. Is like the 80s Turtle. I mean, the 80s Turtles do appear in 2012, but like they're not the ones. It's like, oh, the 80s Turtles were more marketable. Everyone knows them, and it's just like, for fuck's sake, dude, just
like if it's a Nickelodeon, if it's a Nickelodeon fighting game, put the Nickelodeon Turtles in.
Is Jenny in there? Actually,
we don't know yet, but
totally
that is what I
should.
Want. That is a question that was asked in the
So I want to
Super
make
Chats. So
Jenny...
we'll talk about it with that. But I definitely want Jenny.
I want Avatar versus Jenny. I'm gonna have fun.
One
metal bending.
Wait.
Yeah, but one interesting thing that was announced about this is that they're going to have better netcode than Smash Ultimate.
Oh shit!
Rollback netcode.
Yeah.
You You could like open up a book on like networking and have better netcode than Smash Ultimate. It is just so piss poor. That's mean, but it is.
Yeah.
They're gonna have rollback. Like what the? All these. I will be nice, but what I was going to say, I'm still gonna be. I want to be nice, but what I was going to say is all these stupid games that I don't give a shit about having better rollback netcode than all the games I do care about. It's why. Oh my god! Like every single game that's announced lately is like, yeah, rollback netcode. I'm like, please, companies that I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mad.
Exactly.
And also, apparently, just today, the developer says that, oh yeah, we want to have the game like competitively viable. So.
That's because I found the tier list of it already. I'm like, who's making tier lists?
We haven't even played the game yet.
But apparently, Oblina is third worst in the game. I'm like, damn. All right. First of all, no one's played it, so shut up.
Yeah. How do you know? How do you know?
Are you a renowned fighting game player? How do you know? Third off, who you playing against, so that you can make this tier list.
Is Toph in there? Toph,
I don't know. Well, we can see.
Wait for the
we can see in the we'll bring up the silhouette in a little bit. Because there's the silhouette for the box art.
Dude, wait a second. Would Toph be XJ9 because she's metal?
He just will not wait for this goddamn super
I'm sorry. But like, I just thought about it because Jenny's metal, and Toph is a metal bender. Okay,
that is a good point.
Yeah. It's just
all right.
Like, crunch.
Next thing. Oh, so Hero can talk about this. The Monster Hunter series on Netflix.
Yeah, I sent that to you while we were doing the POS last week, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because it came out like that.
Or was it the semi-perfect?
That's what I meant. Yes.
Yeah.
But we were doing that last. I think the video came out specifically when we were doing it last week, and I just got linked it a billion times because obviously I would. Yeah, it's another. Like, it's fine. I'm not mad about it. I'm not incredibly excited about it. They threw in a joke that I did laugh. It was really fucking cheesy, but I was like, that's cute. I was like, let's kick some Loon Astra. I was like, ha 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 ha. That's stupid. By the way, Loon Astra is is the Jack Swamper when you're watching play Monster Hunter World, and there was like the wife and the husband that I was killing. Yeah, Loon Astra's the wife.
I use this image of the main character just because look at this dude's chin.
It's incredible. What an incredible
He's got a Jay Leno chin.
Yeah.
Jay Leno.
It's like a fusion of Jay Leno and Atreus from God of War, with his fucking haircut.
Right.
It's another case of this is the same thing as the Monster Hunter movie. This is gonna be better than the Monster Hunter movie.
Oh yeah, like it's actually in the Monster Hunter world.
Yeah. But it's another case of I'm not really crazy about like the humans in it. No, they don't look that great.
Yeah.
They look fine, whatever. But the monsters look pretty accurate. I was like, hey, yeah, that looks good. And I like that part. So it's gonna be some wacky shenanigans in the Monster Hunter universe. I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. It already looks like it's gonna be better than the movie, but watching paint dry would be better than watching that movie. So I really didn't like that movie.
Oh, that's a movie we should watch. I'll watch that.
No! Wow, what a waste of time.
I'll just watch it and make Hero suffer.
They did literally one cool thing in that movie, and it was tarnished by everything else in that movie, so whatever.
Damn.
Alright, next thing. Something for Jax. Chucky had a teaser.
Wait, where?
It's a series that's gonna be on Sci-Fi and USA.
I need to watch the teaser.
Yeah, Chucky, it's only like 20 seconds. So it's like a real teaser.
Okay, I'm watching this shit. Oh, is he talking in it? Oh, I'm gonna watch this shit. Is it Brad Dourif? Let's see.
Yeah, you can hear like the laugh at the end. I don't know if it's him.
Oh snap! I'm watching it right now. A killer new series. It's just called Chucky. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's just
good.
called Chucky.
Wait a sec. Is that Brad Dourif's laugh? That doesn't sound like Brad Dourif's laugh. I would know. I've watched these movies God knows how many times. So I wonder, okay, I need to see if that's him. But yeah, like I'm interested in that because in the movie Cult of Chucky, there's spoilers for anyone who gives a shit. Like what happens at the end is we find out Chucky has this new ability that he learned from a Voodoo for Dummies book, which is hilarious. Like Chucky is, where he can transfer his soul into multiple things at a time. So like he can be in multiple places. Like he can like put his soul in like another Chucky doll, or he can put it into like a person as long as they have like, as he put it, 2 hands, 2 feet each, and then some fingers for stabbing or some shit like that. And so yeah, I wonder if this is what this series is going to be about, since it's just like, oh, he split his soul up and he can go anywhere, wherever now. So like, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be really, really interesting. I'm super hyped for that.
All right. Next thing. So this is interesting. There was a Free Guy trailer, but then there was like Deadpool and Korg.
Yeah.
From Thor Ragnarok. Like
Right.
watching like the Free Guy trailer, and then them interacting with each other, and then Deadpool like asking like, so how do I get into MCU to Korg? So this is I guess this is implying that like Deadpool is like that version of Deadpool will eventually make its way into the MCU.
Oh
Yeah.
Definitely. That is, I really think that's what they're doing. That's what they're trying to do now, is like take Deadpool and have him just be like, he'll either have cameos and all this other stuff in there. So I'm really fascinated like what they're gonna do with that. Like I really hope it's good, like, because they said I remember reading this, that the Marvel Deadpool will still be R-rated, like MCU Deadpool will still be R-rated, which is like, okay, because I mean, like when you watch some of the TV shows, they do some R-rated or stuff like that. They say like shit and damn and like fucking like shooting up people, and like, I mean, Captain what was it? Fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier. They had fucking that girl like murder like a lot of people in very violent ways. So it's like, okay, I wonder how they're gonna do that. So I hope so. I hope we see him, like he might be in Spider-Man, just because it's always those two together. So that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Next thing. This is funny. Because like Don Cheadle was also in Space Jam. We didn't even talk about him.
He's in everything.
Yeah. So he was nominated for an Emmy for a guest appearance in Falcon and Winter Soldier, even though he was only in it for like 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't
and
know
the
how
funny
that
thing
works.
is, like when he was asked about it, I was like, I'm just as surprised as you are.
Yeah. I'm just as surprised as you are. I'm Don Cheadle. I'm Donald Duck. I can do what I want.
Okay. Donald Duck is going on.
Yeah, I'm the cool Donald Duck.
But yeah, that's just amusing. Next thing, the live action Fairly Odd Parents that's going to be on Paramount Plus.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Did they already do this?
They
but they have to re-tarnish, get rid of it.
Yeah,
because
they already did a live action thing with Fairly Odd Parents like
we do not speak his name.
years and years ago. Though that was just a movie.
They did a couple movies.
Yeah, this is like a series, and it's going to focus on Timmy's cousin, like Vivian Turner.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Is this still on the Butch Hartman's?
Well, Nickelodeon owns the rights to the franchise. So.
Is he even in it at all?
No, he's not involved.
Oh, okay. So I can watch it. Cool.
But yeah, apparently it's going to be like half animated. So I guess the godparents, like Cosmo and Wanda, will be animated. With the humans are live action.
Yeah, figured.
Man, I feel bad because like with stuff like that, I hate it by default until I see it, which is
Right.
bad. Like, is it gonna be like SpongeBob where it's like hybrid, or is it just half animated, half live action?
Hybrid, I think.
Yeah, probably
I
hybrid.
usually hate stuff like that. Hopefully it's one of the good ones, like Roger Rabbit.
Oh no, Ryan says Butch Hartman's executive producing. What the fuck?
Oh, so never mind. So literally never mind then.
Yeah, never mind at all.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next thing, Netflix apparently is going to be offering video games on their service, like sometime next year. We don't know what those games are, or like if they're from like major publishers or whatever. We do know that like Sony's been having like a big like partnership with Netflix, having their movies and stuff exclusively streaming on Netflix and all that. So there might be talks about like PlayStation Now being a part of it, where like to stream the games or whatever. I would rather have it as like, oh, you would download the games. But I guess we'll see what happens, because they're also like developing games as well. Netflix.
Are they trying to take a piece of the Steam pie? Do you think?
I don't know, because like Steam's not a subscription service, so.
Steam has done nothing so far, at least to my knowledge, to lose my good faith. So
yeah,
just gonna stick with that now.
Speaking of which, this is the last topic. The Steam Deck, which was announced.
Yes.
Yeah, my Game Gear. I mean the Steam. I mean
yeah.
Switch. Yeah.
I reserved that thing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What like model of it?
The middle model.
256. All right. Yeah.
So it like takes all your games from Steam and lets you play them portably?
Basically, like if you own whatever you have on your Steam account, like
that's fucking hype. That's actually kind of cool.
It's just a portable PC basically.
Yeah.
I got the middle model because it has NVMe.
Yeah,
SSD.
it has an NVMe SSD in it. Whereas the smaller model, the 64 gig one, is like the eMMC like flash storage, not like an SSD.
Which will still be fine. It's just the NVMe.
Yeah, and also it's only 64 gigs, which like is not a lot.
That's nothing. Yeah.
Especially for like what is like a PC. With a console, like I understand with the Switch OLED, it was like, oh, it's double the storage of like the regular Switch, but that also takes cartridges, which you can run the games off of that.
Does this have an SD card? I can't remember actually.
Yeah, it has an SD card. It does have like a micro SD card reader in it.
So that's
though
I did get it for this piece.
Though one thing interesting thing I see like some tech people I follow talk about this is that even if it does have like a micro SD card reader, it's going to be hard to run games from a micro SD card compared to something like a Switch, because a Switch is more optimized for running games like that, whereas like this is like literally a PC.
Computer.
So yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it specifically for playing emulated JRPGs and playing my visual novels. Playing my visual novels in bed on a portable device is like the dream, man. Like, I would easily spend a K on this.
Yeah. I'm the dating sim right there with you.
My God, stop. I know we've had this conversation before. Stop.
But yeah,
I'm besting.
It runs SteamOS, which is like based in Linux and everything. But you can load whatever you want onto it. So.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be powerful enough to make music in bed, but if it is, oh my god.
Yeah. Like it's using the RDNA 2 processors, which are like the new things that the new consoles have, but like not as powerful as those. Can
you imagine like if I'm like laying back in bed just making music like this? My cat is coming.
Yeah, I see her.
Jesus, she's so bad.
Yeah, but yeah, I see a lot of people saying like, oh, I want to get this as like an emulation machine.
Yes, that's absolutely
Let me see, what games do I have on Steam? Fuck.
Yeah. But I'm interested in getting one eventually. I didn't reserve one. But
I'm gonna reserve one right now. Steam Deck.
It'll be interesting, like how well Valve is going to be able to produce these, because or how long they'll produce them, because they haven't really had much of a history of like continually producing hardware.
Right.
And the last time they tried doing something like this was like with the Steam Box or the Steam Machines things, where they had like a whole bunch of different manufacturers make like these like just small computers that were supposed to be like used for like living room use to like compete with consoles. Where this is more like directly competing with the Switch and also other handheld PCs. Which with like there was like the GPD Win or whatever, and there's also another I forgot the name of the other one. But those ones are a lot more expensive, like over 1,000. Whereas this is much more affordable.
Do you want to get into that dangerous topic of, is this competing with the Switch? Do you think it'll kill?
I don't. No. Like the Switch has literally already sold 80 million units, so like yeah.
I don't know, like I don't. Do you even think this was intended to even care about Switch users?
I don't think so. I think this is.
I don't think they gave a shit.
I think this is mainly targeted towards like people who already play on PC, and that want something handheld.
Right.
And people that have like a ton of Steam games, like I do.
People are like, oh, the Switch is better in this way, and the Steam Deck's better in this way. And it's like, I don't even think they care about each other.
Right.
I think this is a different product. But yeah, I don't know. I got one because I was like, that's cool. I want to emulate my games.
Right.
Yeah. So like the smaller model, the 64 gig one is like 400. Then the next one's like 529.
529.
Yeah. Then the other one's the higher one. The 512 gigabyte one is
What does
649.
What does it have other than space? Compared,
it has a better screen. Yeah, anti-glare screen.
And fastest storage. I don't know.
Yeah,
how that's
but from what I've seen people say is that with this APU that it has in it, like with the APU is like a CPU GPU like combined or whatever. I don't know the technical aspects of it, but it said it's supposed to be like around the power or better than like a base PS4, which is pretty impressive for a handheld. Like very impressive. So
that battery life scares me a little bit. They say
They say like 2 to 8 hours. Like that's a big range.
What they mean is 8 hours if you are using the calculator on your computer.
Right.
And that's it. You ain't getting 8 hours playing Crisis. Really, is that what? How old am I? You're not getting 8 hours if you're playing like
Crisis 3.
I cannot believe I like actually went to Crisis like as if it was 2008.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah. You're gonna get those 2 hours on that probably.
Right.
Which is a big part of it. The part that I hate about my Switch the most is how long it takes to charge. I charged my Switch for like an hour and a half, and I went to 70% from dead. I was like, "Come on, dog!" Like,
yeah,
hurry up. So hopefully it charges faster.
Yeah. This does give me like a sort of a glimpse into whatever the next generation Switch, whenever it does happen. Like hopefully it will be like as powerful or more powerful than whatever this is.
I can't wait for the next gen Switch so that I can play this gen Switch games. I was joking. It's really bad.
All right. So let's go to questions here. So if you want to ask questions, you can use super chats or ask us on Twitter. So we already got a bunch of super chats. So let's go over those. First one from Deli18 Says, name a scene in a movie, show, or portion of a song you find skipping over when that scene comes up. I don't really skip a portion of a song, but I skip I skip songs on an album.
I know what he means by skipping the portion, though, because like like the down with the sickness, don't do it, you're hurting me. Why do you have to be such a? And it's just like I don't want to hear you getting abused by your mom and shit like that. I just want to hear that. And then I just want to hear that part. Okay.
I can actually relate. As much as I love EDM, there are some EDM songs that's just like, and it's like just that for like a minute, and then it goes like, and then the song actually starts a minute in. It's like, just start the song. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. It's just like, man, this has been going for like a minute and a half. There's no lyrics. It's like, okay, cool, yeah, good on you. You use their magic music maker. Yeah, good on you. Yeah, okay. Where's the song? Give me some.
Where's the song? Like legit. Parts in a movie that I skip. I skip the Upendi scene in Lion King 2. I'm like, I don't care about this. Like,
I did that as a kid.
That is you. In your bendy.
When I got to that part, and like he was like, I'm gonna skip this part.
Shit about this lovey-dovey nonsense.
Yeah, the sad scenes in like I always skip the sad scenes and everything, so that doesn't matter. Yeah.
We got a few super chats from Cobra Critic here saying, "What's up, man?" and a thumbs up emoji and great video so far. Thank you. Muggerfugger. Asking what characters you wish were in Space Jam 2. There's a I did not see Tom and Jerry. Where were Tom and Jerry? Where were any Cartoon Network characters? Like other than Rick and Morty, which I guess is like Adult Swim, but like like other than like Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes, there were no Cartoon Network characters, but Warner Brothers owns them.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
I saw Animaniacs.
Yeah, they were hanging out.
But I didn't see any Cartoon Network characters. Well, what the fuck? Alright, you can bring it back in.
Hero, come in.
Brandon King... Oh, wait, no. Editman says, well, I'm probably the only person who dislikes the new Space Jam movie the most here because I feel it doesn't have the same charm as the OG one.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Brandon King asking, what character you want for Nick Fighters? Hugh Main, like Hugh Neutron from Jimmy Neutron. I want Jenny the most probably. I did see somebody mention like, oh yeah, Miko from Glitch Text, since it's technically a Nickelodeon production, it has Nickelodeon on the logo.
Right. Yeah.
And it would make sense, like Miko's like, it's a whole video game thing. So.
Yeah, that is true.
Nickelodeon? Man, that's hard. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, I really do want Jenny. She would be probably complicated though. She has so many tools at her disposal. What the fuck is Neutron gonna do?
Yeah, he's just gonna jib jab. There you go. And then you just fucking throw it out.
I have Carl.
But then again, what is Nigel Thornberry gonna do, right? So
smashing, and he has a hammer. Oh,
yeah. I've got Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, come on, man.
Everybody from Jimmy Neutron except for Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
What is Carl's voice actor's name? I always forget his name.
Rob Paulson.
Yeah.
Raphael. In 1987, but also Donatello and the other one. So there you go.
Oh, right.
I agree with Ryan. I think it'd be cool if Dora showed up. Bring in Dora.
He also said Norman.
Her knife.
Norman Daggett.
Daggett, baby.
Beavers. Having like Cat Dog would be fun.
That would be. They could probably do something interesting with Cat Dog.
Yeah. Have Auto Rocket.
Oh, that's so. Probably can't use Doug, huh?
Well, because Doug is Disney now.
Disney now. Yeah, because I've always wanted Doug as a fighting game character because he could be like Smash Adams or whatever, Quail Man. He could just like use those as like stances and stuff. I think that'd be so cool, but like, yeah, Disney. That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like any Avatar character. I mean, be fun.
Avatar might be busted for what Jack's talking about. How are you gonna have a metal bender?
A metal bender versus a robot. They should do. Oh man, too bad those networks don't get along because you could do like didn't CN have a fighting game too? Like have them have their fighting game. That'd be a fun
yeah,
mix
man, Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network. That'd be an amazing game.
Yeah, realistically it'd be a wash, but like for a game it'd be super fun.
Wash. How was Hugh Jackman? What's his last name?
Neutron.
Neutron. Hugh Neutron.
How was Hugh Neutron?
Jib.
I don't know. What's a powerful Cartoon Network character? Ben 10?
The Powerpuff Girls,
fucking any of the gods from Adventure Time. Fucking Nicole Watterson.
All right, we got a bunch from Edman here. It says, like in a way, if you don't pay attention to the plot, it is an enjoyable movie. But then again, it feels forced as a sequel. I laughed at all the LeBron James flat screams in the movie. As for plot, I never understood the villain motivation, even though he was the best actor in the film. I'm gonna be honest, LeBron James as an actor isn't that good. He's like saying the same thing. Isn't that good? As I said, I laughed in all the times he screamed. It felt so flat and forced. And also, they didn't play the iconic Space Jam theme.
You know what's funny about LeBron James is like, ironically, in that movie Trainwreck, when he played himself, he was great. Like he actually had like great comedic timing and his acting and felt very natural and stuff like that. But like here when he was playing himself, I guess because he's with all the stuff, he ironically was better when he was a cartoon. When he's a cartoon, he's a much better, because this is like, just read this. We'll keep going over it as many times as you need. So yeah.
All right, you can. Enigma Friends asking, if you were to meet your own time variants, what would they be like, and what variant would be the weirdest one for you to meet with?
Oh man, that's
what that means?
A variant is like an alternate universe version of yourself.
Right.
So it's like, that shit gets creepy because like, what if they're stronger than me? I have to try. I want to be one of the strong variants of myself. No.
Why are you me? I'm me.
I'm me. Could you imagine that shit? It's just like, wow, you are nowhere near as strong as me. I'm a fucking NFL player. What are you doing? Fuck you, bitch. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna beat you up.
So the question is, if you were to meet an alternate reality version of you, what?
Yeah, what would they be like, you think?
What it says, what variant would be the weirdest one for you to meet with?
How do I know what variant? I mean, like, it just varies.
Yeah, like, we don't even know like what they are.
The one that moved to Mexico to actually pursue being with someone. They come back and they're just speaking Spanish and like, bro, I have no idea what you're saying. You have trouble learning Spanish. It's like the hardest language to you. How did you manage it? That would be interesting.
Could you take yourself in a fight?
It's a 5-5 matchup. I don't know. Like, depends on who makes the better reads.
What about in a fighting game?
Yeah, in a fighting game.
That's a 5-5 matchup.
Would it just be a tie? Would you just I know he's going to counter like this. No, so all I have to do is would you just be static and not moving if you're fighting yourself in a game?
That's not how that works.
What would you do? No, I'm curious. Like, how would that work? Like, if you had to go against yourself, you know exactly what move you're going to do to win the fight. So what would you do to counteract that?
You literally don't, because part of being it's not even just fighting games, I don't believe. I believe it's part of fighting. Part of being a good fighter is just like not being predictable, right?
No, exactly.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
No, I know that from fighting and stuff like that, but it's just like, I can say for myself, for example, I'll give you an example. So like if I was going to fight myself, then I would be like, all right, I know myself can't usually dodge this. In MMA class, he has problems dodging this. So if I hit him with this, but he knows that he can't dodge that. So he'll shoot in at me to grab me before I can do that. And so like, if I do that, and so I'll just be like,
a fucking wild fight. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly. So it's like one of those situations.
Someone's gonna win. It's not gonna be a tie.
Dude, if you beat yourself, does that make you strong or weak?
That's an impossible question. Okay.
If I beat myself in a fight, does that mean that version of me is weak or I'm super strong or something? Like that's I don't know. Oh my god.
Anyway, that's what you can go to sleep thinking about.
Next
No.
question. There's another Space Jam related one, so
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
all right, from Editman again says what I'm getting at is did we really need a Space Jam sequel if I'm being honest? And then another one saying Space Jam is charming and funny. Did a Space Jam marathon today. But it is not a 10 out of 10 because the sequel felt corporate and WB didn't hide the fact that LeBron landing in the desert with the Nike logo on it. Yeah.
Yeah. True. Also, yeah, that's true. Wait a second. Go back to the variant question. What if you met a female version of yourself? How would that go? Like, I'm not saying you have to go, oh, I'm gonna fuck my female version. Would you just how would you talk to a female version of yourself? Hero, come back. Hero, come back. Come back. I have a question. How would you interact if you like met a female version of yourself? I'm not saying you have to you go do weird shit like me, but I'm saying like, well, how would you react? Just like, well, I know I would too, Paleo. High five. Okay, yeah. Yes, I would.
How would I react?
What would you talk?
My first thing would be like, am I cute or not? Like, I'm not projecting. I'm just saying when we take a picture of ourselves with those turning yourself into the girl ass, I'm just like, hey, I'm looking good. Like I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Yeah, exactly.
So if I met a female version of myself, I don't know, just be like, hey, what's up? And probably
hey,
just talk about things that I want to talk about. I would talk about music with them probably.
And then you would bond. Yeah. So like, how would you feel bonding with each other? Because like the thing about it, it's ourselves, so we're bonding at a level no one else can bond with because no one else understands that.
Right. I mean, like, there's everything. I feel like almost everyone has that thing. There's like, no matter how many groups of friends you have, there's like that one thing that you like, that you want to gush about, that none of your friends can like satisfy. It's like nothing against them, but it's just that's the thing, right?
No, that's so true.
Like for me, that's like the nitty gritties of music. Like music as a whole, I can talk to a lot of people, but I'm talking about like about music theory and that kind of stuff. That's hard to talk to anyone about. So I'll probably just talk to them about that. Probably just gush. I'm like, yo, you hear this song? You hear that like diminished seventh into? I'm like, I don't know. Like that would be fun.
Yeah. So Paleo, would you just go up to her like, hey baby, what the fuck? Shit like that. Just like yeah, sure.
No,
I
I would not say anything like that.
Well,
because I know myself. I was like, I know that like I wouldn't
you don't
be like receptive to like anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. So how would you, Paleo, seduce the female version of yourself? No, well, I mean, she would hypothetically be into it because it's you. You're already into the idea of like, I would do that. So your female self was probably into the idea. So how would you go about it? Would you just be like, you want to go play some Switch in my room?
You want to watch Jurassic Park? And then she says yes. And you're like, this is great.
Yeah,
this is great. Okay, who would make the first move in that situation? Your female self or you?
I don't know.
I know I'm going in on my girl self. Like, look, you know, you like me.
My girl, talking.
My girl. Shit, if it's same sex me, it's going down.
All right. Next one from Edit Man here says, oh yeah, someone from the last podcast was telling you guys, what are your thoughts on the Switch OLED? Yeah, Switch OLED. So nicer screen, bigger screen, a dock that actually has an Ethernet port in it.
That people still not use probably. So
yeah.
I appreciate it.
People don't use Ethernet ports on like consoles that have them.
Right. Yeah. I appreciate the hustle, sorta, but it's not gonna change much.
Right.
How do I feel about the Switch OLED? It exists. I don't want one. It has no spec bump. I understand why it doesn't have a spec bump. I even watched a video on it. Like it'd be very stupid. The Switch is selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, might as well wait for the next generation.
Yeah, it'd be very stupid for them to change up their supply chain right now.
Especially when there's the chip shortage. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the loudest, deepest nerds that are yelling about it. I don't say that to be like mean to them because I'm in that group, right? But like, it is the reality. It's the loudest, most in-depth nerds.
I'm just glad that they're advertising Metroid Dread with it.
Right. So like, these people are probably they probably already bought their Switch anyway. Like, and they, regardless of how loud they're yelling, they're gonna buy Metroid Dread anyway. So Nintendo doesn't care. Like, they're gonna yell and they're still gonna buy Metroid Dread anyway. Nintendo has no reason to care. So
yeah, Metroid Dread's awesome.
So I think it's sad that there's not a spec bump. I understand fully why there's not a spec bump. It still sucks.
Yeah.
But I know that's it's bigger and OLEDier, whatever.
Right. One from Ryan here says, with the release of Old this Friday, what is your personal favorite movie in Shyamalan's filmography? M. Night Shyamalan. And also, I didn't know that was coming out this Friday. I didn't know it was that soon.
I need to rewatch Unbreakable because I remember
I've never seen Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, yeah, you should put that on your watch movie list. It's really good.
I think it is on my list.
Okay, yeah, definitely watch that. That's like a movie. Don't watch the third one apparently or something. I forget what it is. Whatever that shit that came out. Yeah, apparently that's bad.
Yeah, because like what isn't like Split supposed to be like a spiritual like.
Yeah, it's a spiritual successor. Like they just decided to connect it at that.
Whoa! What the?
Someone breaking into your house. Are you safe? Get the gunblade. Get the
gunblade. Yes, an
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
What?
Sixth Sense is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really a good movie.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me as a kid. Dude, that shit.
I got the same alert.
Yes.
What? Is there a tornado?
No Amber Alert.
Amber child protection.
Oh fuck! That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, from DJ Skywalker asking, hypothetical ultimate cartoon fighting game: Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network versus Disney Channel. What rival fights you want to see? Example: XJ9 versus Kim Possible versus Juniper Lee.
Man, XJ9 will fuck up Kim Possible. What the fuck?
like nothing, right? Like...
All she has to do is chuck her into space. Are you kidding me? It's just like, what the fuck? Powerpuff Girls versus XJ. How strong is XJ9?
I mean, the strength of 11 million men or whatever is what in the song.
11 million men. Fuck, that's a lot of men.
1,000,007. Isn't that 1,070,000?
1,070,000? I don't know.
I believe so.
I thought it was 11 million.
How strong are these men? Are they average men? Are they bodybuilders? We need to know. These are the important questions here. Okay.
Who would win? I legit don't know. Between Juniper Lee and Jake Long, who's winning? Do you know?
I don't know. I never watch those shows.
What are you talking about, Paleo? You watch Juniper Lee from X-Men.
Shut up.
I want to ask Chad, who's winning between Juniper Lee and Jake Long? Is it an obvious answer? I don't know.
Wouldn't Jake Long win?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Juniper Lee have superpowers?
I don't know. She might legit just be a nation girl.
Okay, so chat. This is Hero too. So me and Paleo, what were we watching, Paleo? We were watching something. What the fuck were we watching?
I remember I posted it in the Discord of like, I forgot, it was like someone's outfit and it looked like Jubilee from X-Men.
Yeah,
like her outfit.
Yeah, I put it in the quotes because like Paleo was like posting this and we were watching this thing. And then he was like, why does she look like Juniper Lee from X-Men? And I was just like, and then like, we like sat for a second. And then like, I realized, I was like, well, and then he like went, oh shit, I mean Jubilee. It's not just like me. And I was just like, Juniper Lee from X-Men.
From a... I'm trying to think of some rival fights that would like be interesting.
Well, here's the honest truth. Nickelodeon doesn't have any like, well, Cosmo and Wanda are kind of strong, but they have the rules they have to follow. Yeah. So it's like, how does that work for a competition? Because technically they're limitless when you break it down. I wish the Powerpuff Girls were asleep. Yeah, there you go.
Loose versus someone. Who could Loose fight?
What, Loose versus
Yeah.
Ann?
Malhouse? From who?
But that's the same network. We gotta go across.
Oh,
network.
Loose. Oh, Loose
I'm
could
trying.
fight
I'm trying to think
fucking
of like dogs, like
Helga.
cat dog
Loose and
versus
Helga?
like cat dog, Courage, and who's from Disney Channel? Is there like a dog from Disney Channel?
There definitely is, and I'm just forgetting who it is.
Okay, no, Dexter versus Jimmy Neutron. Because like,
Yeah.
all right, here's the thing about I watched this.
Go ahead.
Okay, I watched this whole thing, right, about how like Dexter, like when it comes down to it, Dexter has better tech than Jimmy and like stuff like that. But there are episodes of Jimmy Neutron where he can think faster on his feet than Dexter ever could. Like when he like brain blasts, and it's just like, oh fuck, I can. If he had more resources, then he'd be more capable than like, you know, even though Dexter's super smart and built that fucking lab out of this shit. Like they broke it down. I was like, oh fuck, I never thought of it that way. I thought it was just a blowout, but shit, yeah, they're right.
To be fair, Dexter would kill a man so much faster than Jimmy Neutron could.
That's true. That is so true.
Dexter was killing.
Dexter would kill him. Dexter's already decking him. Okay, like it doesn't matter.
This is like that fucking Batman versus Superman fight, because like realistically, there's always like, oh, what if we give Batman prep time? He can beat fucking God. And it's just like, realistically, if Superman just like flew at him, it would be like that X-Men Days of Fury the slow motion scene, and he fucking get yeeted into space before he even realize what happens, and it's over. And it's just like, it's done. It's not even a competition. So I agree with that.
All right, super chat from Malik Webster here, saying thoughts on the Netflix Fear Street movies.
I need to watch those.
Yeah, I haven't watched those.
Those are adult.
Those like
adult version of Goosebumps.
Just came out, right?
Yeah. They're R.L. Stein's adult version of Goosebumps. Even though I think they came out I think they came out in the 80s, so they came out before Goosebumps. But like they're like these horror stories of like so people die in them instead of just like, oh, they imply death, they actually die or some shit. So I was actually very curious about that. And there's like 3 movies, like 3 full-length 90-minute movies on Netflix right now. I was like, oh fuck, I'm definitely watching those when I get the time.
All right, let me go to Twitter here. Rigid Rat asking, when it comes to video games, what is your favorite tactical RPG? If you're not familiar with those, what's your favorite platformer? Tactical RPG?
What do you mean, like Halo?
No.
No, like a Final Fantasy Tactics or
or Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. Ones that you move squares and then attack people on different squares.
Because I've only really played Fire Emblem and damn, what else have I played?
My favorite's probably still Advance Wars, I would say. Disgaea has been losing me a little bit. The last few entries haven't. I mean, I heard 6 is not that great. 5 was bad, and 4 was whatever. 3 I love a lot, and 1 I love a lot. But that's like half of the game's not being good, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, Advance Wars. Please pick up Advance Wars if you like TRPGs when it comes out in December. Like, oh my god.
I already have it ordered.
Oh, I just meant people in general.
People in general. Yeah. Ryan has a super chat here. It says, random fun fact. In addition to all the horror novels he's done, R.L. Stine was the co-creator and head writer of Eureka's Castle on Nickelodeon. Eureka's Castle? Oh. Interesting. Nathaniel Foga asking on Twitter, what was your guys' first console you owned as a kid? Mine was the GBA. Mine was the first Game Boy.
The NES.
And then, like, home console was Super Nintendo. Jax, what about you? What was your first console?
I'm thinking, I believe it was Sega. For me, yeah, definitely, it was Sega. Yeah, it was Sega, because, like, I used to play fucking...
Genesis, yeah?
Yeah, the Sega Genesis. I also had a Game Gear, too. Yeah, that was definitely it. Yeah, because I remember we never had Nintendo. The only time I ever played Nintendo was at friends' houses. But yeah, I had Sega, and then it was PlayStation. So yeah, definitely Sega.
Mm.
Sega.
All right. Major Mekazawa asking, out of the different streaming platforms that have launched in the last year or two, which services do you think will last in the long run, and which ones do you think will be discontinued in a few years? And how do you think Netflix, Hulu / Prime Video will factor into all of this? Like those three you listed have been like established for like years, like over a decade now, I think.
Right.
Stop.
Over a
I
decade
mean, Netflix has
now.
been a thing since like the early 2000s.
I know.
Yeah.
But that was when they were like, "Hey, you want to rent a movie?" It's like,
Yeah, remember when Netflix? Yeah, I remember. I was like,
Yeah,
why the fuck do we
that was
get
the whole
Netflix?
thing
We
with
got
Netflix is that like, oh yeah, we will mail you the movie you ordered, and then once like video or internet got fast enough for streaming video, then Netflix was like, oh, we can just do that.
mhm.
It's still crazy to me how much of the day I was like, what fucking Netflix? I want to watch Blockbuster shit. And it's just like, okay. So how
Not
that worked
anymore.
out.
You might want to, but you sure can't.
Man, I'd love to go back to like a variant in the 90s or something and say like, oh yeah, like get used to this. This is going to be big one day. Yeah, it's just like, no, it's not. Blockbuster's silly.
Mm.
I think Disney's going to stay around. HBO Max, it seems like that's going to stay around as well. Paramount, I'm not so sure about.
Yeah, Paramount's going to fuse with one of them. I feel like Paramount's probably going to fuse with something like.
And also, there's the Peacock one from NBC Universal, but
Peacock. Anyone uses Peacock.
But the thing is, like, Peacock is also like free to stream, so I don't know how long they'll be able to keep that up. Because there is like a premium version, but yeah. Sony did have their own, with Crackle, but then they sold that off, and now Sony's just kind of putting their stuff on Netflix.
Right.
So I think Disney and like HBO Max will probably be the ones that have launched in the past couple of years that will stay around.
Yeah,
but Tunjay does make a point. Like Paramount Plus has actually been around for a while. When it was called CBS All Access, so that might stay, but we'll see.
What about O Access though? I'm being mean.
Here's a couple of questions from Kevin. It says, one, Celestia brings you to Equestria and asks you to take two characters from either the main series or Equestria Girls, or both, to adopt. Who do you choose? I'd go with Sunset and Wallflower. Who do you adopt?
What do you mean? They're like grown-ass people.
Yeah, right?
You're adopting me, bitch. All right.
Although, I gotta be real, I think all of them would get on my nerves. I think I would hate hanging out with any of them.
Yeah, Fluttershy would be like, "Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Here, I'm so sorry. Can I? You know what? Never mind.
What you want, girl? Damn, like,
for God's sake.
I don't think I could hang out with that.
Yeah, hero. Why aren't you outside? Man, you playing them video games too much, son.
Oh my god, I just like take Applejack and just suplex her. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Oh, you want to wrestle?
You want to wrestle, people? Yeah, let's wrestle, boy. I'm gonna make you squiggle like a pig.
My god. I think, no, you know what? I could hang out with Starlight.
Yeah.
She's smart. Well, the thing about Starlight is she's smarmy, but she can read a room. Like she might
okay. She's the only one too. Like.
All right, I'll go over here. All right, so I just wanted to say this. You're out of sugar. I just wanted to tell you that. All right, I'm going over here now.
I'm gonna read a BuzzFeed article or something.
Yeah. Would Sunset be a good thing when she chilled out? Of course.
Damn, we taking these terrible people. It's like, you know what? They'd be pretty cool.
I mean, like, what? That's the thing about like most of the villains besides Discord's fucking ass. Like everyone just like it's like sort of mellow in the sense when they're like become good guys. For the most of them, they're like, yeah, chill. Well, yeah,
still like kind of reeks of like a teenagey vibe somehow that I don't think I would jive with. But
oh, she gets pissed off at video games too, so she'd get really heated. Yeah, she'd get fucking heated.
And then the second question for Jax.
Yes.
From Kevin says, would you be willing to make a video about the TV moments that made you ugly cry, MLP or whatever?
Oh man. I have like a whole thing about that. So yeah, like they're just for me, what I've noticed, I think I've talked about it before in here, it's just the family stuff. Like family reunion stuff just destroys me every time. Cause like some people have asked me like, oh, why didn't this scene get you of like say someone dying on screen? And it's like because my mindset was like, no, kill the motherfucker who killed them. Go get that motherfucker. He's right there. He's laughing about it. Like, what the fuck? And it's just like, but yeah, there's so many times where something does make me ugly cry, and it's just like a family thing, or like the person like is passing on, or like they say I love you, but yeah, like shit like that. I love that.
Yeah, because I can think of some like moments. Yeah, you should do like a list. It'd be interesting.
I have like a whole thing. My friend made like a thing to say I had a
goal. Yeah, you have that whole like chart.
Yeah, my friend.
You got to add to that Adventure Time thing to it.
Oh God, I got to tell him about that. That fucking Adventure Time thing. I was sobbing. Fuck. Oh,
yeah, because like it's not even like a death thing. Like yeah.
Just thanks, bro. Just 2 words. Fuck. Destroyed me. Oh fuck.
All right, Enigma Prince asking on Twitter says, if you had the money and resources to remake or refilm Space Jam 2 to your specifics and to tie it into the first film, how would you fix or remake the thing?
Cass Housey. That's all I'm saying. That's all I need is Cass Housey. Cass Housey, Lola. Oh yeah, then like there'd be like I'd put myself in it. And then like I'd have this whole love story with Lola about like how like you're a toon and I'm a human, we can't be together. And then like she's gonna go away, and then I'm just gonna be like, oh, I love her so much. And then like the end where like she comes into the real world or some shit like that, and she'll be like, I was waiting for you, Tiger. And then like it closes, like me closing the bedroom door. Yeah, fuck yeah. There we go.
This next one is also a Space Jam thing. It's a spoilery joke.
Okay.
It says, I know you guys are already talked about Space... This is from Ryan Conde.
Okay.
I know you guys have already talked about Space Jam and New Legacy, but outside of the Michael B. Jordan joke, which was really funny, did you laugh at the King Kong joke? Also, were there any other moments that made you laugh out loud?
There are several moments that made me laugh out loud, but like the King Kong, that was too on the nose. It was just like King Kong, like the reaction he had, it would have been funnier if he just like rolled his eyes or something. No, you know what? How they could have fixed it if he said the joke King Kong gonna show me, and then like fucking King Kong just like you see King Kong in the background, like he's not in the forefront, he's in the background, he just rolls his eyes like this motherfucker and shit like that. Shit like that. It's just simple stuff like that wouldn't make me laugh. But yeah, there was like a ton of scenes that like made me laugh. Like when he first meets AI, it's like that AI is black. I'm just like fuck it. It's just it's so stupid. It's like, that was
all
stupid.
Right. You can come back.
Hero, go.
So Santos Celine asking, what video game intro you haven't seen in years got you hyped recently? They say the Sonic Adventure intro sequence cured my depression. That is a great intro.
It is a great intro. The one today, just because there was this tweet of like Xbox. What was your first Xbox game you ever played?
Yeah.
Like I quote tweeted it and it was like Halo 2. So I went back and watched that Halo 2 thing, and I don't know what it was. It's such a simple line, but when Master Chief was like, "I need a weapon," like I feel the need to quote that over, and I will annoy people at how many times I quoted that, because I was telling on my Twitter earlier, I was talking about how the very first time I ever played an Xbox game, I was at my friend's house and I played Halo 2. It was the very first Xbox game I ever played, and then I vividly remember playing it for hours, and then I annoyed him the entire night, but just kept going up to like, I need a weapon. He's like, Jordan, I get it. Shut up, okay? And I just kept saying that over and over. I don't know why. I love that line. I need a weapon.
Unlike Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4 was a good game with a good intro.
Fuck Street Fighter 4. Fucking Seth. Yeah, stop kill him.
You're just mad because Seth.
It's Seth. That Street Fighter 4 had amazing. They should really do more stuff with that animation they did.
Yeah, like the blacks whenever you like charge up and whatnot. It is a very nice aesthetic, and the song is hype.
It is. It's very hype.
I'm trying to think of like some games where I got like hype after the intro.
I would say Lunar Silver Star Story complete, but like, look, who here? Like, no one knows what that is. So,
Legend of Legaia.
I don't remember the intro to Legend of Legaia off the top of my head, actually.
It starts with this guy. Like, it starts with like the blue-haired guy, and he's running, and then like they do that anime shit where they're introduced to everyone. Then it shows the buff dude, and then it shows like the guy who looks like Akuma, and he shows up, and then it has like this fucking like monster dragon like blowing this wall down, and then the bad guy who looks like Akuma is just standing there.
I think I got one. So for the Final Fantasy VII remake intro, it has a very slow build up with the music. It sounds very ominous, and then it goes into like the remake of the intro from the original game, which is
nice.
Which is really cool.
Right.
There's some good stuff out there.
Spider-Man's intro for Spider-Man 2002, the movie game, that was actually really hype. Where it was like it's like an animation. Like that was a fun game. A lot of PS2 games had good intros like that, but
when games were better. No, that's not true.
Can you honestly imagine going to like your kid self where they thought like, oh my god, this is the most perfect game, nothing's gonna beat it, and just showing them shit today? Like how fun! I would like fucking like lose my shit if someone gave me fucking Miles Morales for PS5 as a kid. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Whoa, dude! Like this is insane.
on the opposite spectrum, I just walk up to my kid self and just drop Undertale in their lap and just be like, yeah, it's the best game you're gonna play. Bye.
Here's Undertale. Don't play the genocide route.
It's just a bunch of pixels. It's like I know. Play it.
Play this. Play this.
All right. That's all the Twitter questions. So that's all. This it's a shorter show because we didn't have too many topics.
Yeah.
So the next show is going to be in August 2nd.
This year's started slow and then sped up.
Yeah, they're just speeding up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, we're getting closer to the Pokemon number. This is 148. We're gonna get 150 soon.
Oh shit!
Excuse me, 151. How dare you exclude me?
No. Great.
I like this picture that you posted of Rarity being like, "Go on, don't be shy, ask me out." And Applejack's is like, "Okay, get out."
Yeah.
That's great. Picture.
Okay, that's a good one.
All right. So we'll see you next time, August 2nd. Thank you everybody for coming out, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.